Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yay. We made it
Another year.
Another year down. Together.
More together. That's the key. We're still friends.
Barely.
Oh, stop it. Welcome to The Secret Life of Parkinson's, a podcast created by people living with Parkinson's to help break the stigma of a disease no one likes to talk about. Now here are your hosts, Jessica Krauser and Brian Baker. So I posted a video without you.
Oh, you cheater. You're cheating on me.
Well, you don't always answer your phone for...
I can't always just
drop everything
and do it.
Well, it was just a quick video that I did on New Year's Day to talk about New Year's resolutions. But before I got to that point, I was talking about how Parkinson's, I don't know why I kept thinking about it as like, as a parent. So, we tell our kids, this is what you need to do. And most of the times they don't do it. And then there's consequences.
Correct.
But if they do it, then they're going to be better off. So if you think about that, like from a Parkinson's standpoint, not that Parkinson's is telling us what to do. I mean, it's actually telling us the opposite. Maybe this was a dumb example, but I thought about it in my head and it sounded right the first time. But it's like, it goes to the whole point of like, don't fight it.
Well, you were reading through the comments.
Yeah, and so that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, reading through the comments of that, whoever it was, you read the comment was like, incorporate it into your life. Don't try to fight it.
Right. Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I was trying to get to. Thank you. See, I need clarity.
I know.
This is why
works
well. But anyway, so I put that out there, and then I said my New Year's resolution is going to be to go to the gym 4 days a week because I've been very inconsistent. I didn't say I'd be on time, but I will be there. So I already went yesterday, today, but trying to do like a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday situation. Because even though I still I'll have days where I feel good, it's in the long run, I know that's where I need to keep my focus on. Because I feel like I'm doing great right now, 5.5 years in, because I've been exercising and doing other things.
Okay.
What?
No.
Okay. But so anyway, so I asked the question to other people what their New Year's resolution would be.
And what'd they say?
Every single one, hands down, it was continue to exercise, continue to keep moving. And so many people agreed with, and I wrote some of the notes down from the comments of, somebody said, for Parkinson's, don't fight it. And what this individual said is they tried to keep their old lifestyle. So, I was going to say you're given Parkinson's. You're diagnosed with Parkinson's, and you try everything in your might to fight it and be like, I'm going to
go out late.
Go out late drinking now. Yeah. But I'm still going to work the same. I'm going to hang out with friends. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, and da-da-da. It doesn't work that way. So he made
you used to never nap, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now you're like, oh, I got to take a nap.
Yeah. Well, and so this is actually an important piece because he said, instead of trying to keep the old lifestyle, you have to create a new one. You can keep all the pieces, but there's just going to be some nuances. And that's the first thing of having a different attitude or perspective on Parkinson's. It's again, don't fight it. It's don't fight your parents. Don't try and win because you're not going to win.
Right.
But if you work, that's probably where I was going with it. But if you work within your rules,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Within the confines, then you can figure it out. So for example, somebody actually at the gym mentioned that they fell on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I was asking what they were doing. And there was things that they knew that they shouldn't have, like walking the dog and doing something else at the same time. And then trying to help out in the kitchen when it was busy with other people, things like that. And so I told them, I'm like, my family, no one naps. It's like not a thing. You're just always go, 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 go. So I finally had to be okay and tell myself, like, this is okay. This is what I need. I need to nap. I need to rest. So that was something really new incorporating into my life. And exercise.
Yeah, because you didn't exercise before, right?
No.
See, when I first got diagnosed, I did exactly. I basically attacked it. I was exercise. I was in probably the best shape of my life when I got diagnosed. Now
what?
10 years later, I'm not.
What changed?
Diet. I mean, my diet sounds as good as it used to be.
But I mean, were you? Do you think you were just that like invested in the beginning because you're like?
I think I believed that exercise could cure it.
I love how you say cure.
Cure it. Cure. I think you cure bacon.
Now it just sounds weird.
I think I believed in my thought process that it would take care of it. And as it's progressed, you know, you have your days you're like, why am I doing this to myself?
Exercising?
Yes.
Why?
Because
don't you think it helped? I mean,
it helps, definitely helps, and it's kept it at bay. Mm-hmm. You know.
How often do you work out?
Not enough.
See?
But and part of it, I've just got to take responsibility and do myself because
right.
I still work full time, so I can't go
right.
to as many classes. I had to stop there. As many classes.
You don't go to as many classes?
Right.
Do you want to?
You know, I mean, would I? I need to change up my workouts. That's what I need to do. So.
What's stopping you?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's a new year, damn it.
I know. Well, that's what, because I say that because I wanted to almost even like videotape myself going into the gym today to be like, okay, like it's Ohio and it's snowing. And so walking outside the door, you're like, oh my God, I want nothing more to do than just to like cuddle up and just relax on the couch at 8 a.m. But, you know, just like saying like, take that first step, just get in the car.
Yeah.
Then just walk into the gym.
Well, I think I was talking to, I think it was Debbie the other day. I was talking to somebody, like, just getting there. Uh-huh. Sometimes it's the hard part. Once you're there and getting around everybody and seeing everybody move and socializing and stuff like that, it makes the workout go a lot quicker. Mm-hmm. But just getting there, making yourself get out of bed, drive to the gym, because you're right, it's cold. It's winter in Ohio. It's snowy today. I can use every excuse in the book.
Yeah.
To stay home.
Yeah. And I really started thinking about it, like of breaking it down, of like just instead of thinking like, oh, I'm going to work out 4 days a week for the whole year. It's like just take it even week by week or day by day. And just say like, okay, for the month of January, I really want to try my best to do 4 days a week in the gym.
Right.
And then at the end of January, I'll think about what, you know, if I can do the same thing for February. Yeah. But just like biting it off piece by piece.
You can eat an elephant one bite at a time.
What? I never heard that.
You never heard the saying?
No.
Yeah.
Say it again. You can eat an elephant?
You can eat an elephant. It just has to be one bite at a time.
Would you ever eat an elephant?
No, I would never eat an elephant.
Our little elephant pictures that we have. No. Lisa would not be happy about that.
I know.
So other things that a few individuals said is somebody said that they have a word for the year, and it's joy, which I love because one of our earliest episodes was called Joyless, remember?
Yes, I do remember that.
And that was, I mean, I don't remember like the physical, like what it felt like, but I remember it in my head of what I was going through when I was in that joyless stage, which thankfully I'm not anymore. So having joy in your life is not always easy. And what she was referencing to is, you know, people who are in the beginning stages of Parkinson's, it is stressful because you're constantly adjusting your medications, you're adding exercise, you're adding rest, you're trying to eat healthy, and so all of that is stressful.
And you're still trying to live your
Old lifestyle,
non-Parkinson's diagnosed life.
And then so the more that you get into it and you learn more about it, and hopefully like develop a community, then you start to create that new lifestyle. And maybe that's when joy came back in my life.
Maybe it is. Maybe meeting me brought joy into your life.
No, because I met you. It didn't happen until 2 years in.
Oh, okay.
Maybe having this podcast and talking to you.
Oh, maybe that's it. And all our wonderful guests that like and subscribe to us.
We should actually. I wonder how many guests we've had on. I don't even know.
How many episodes have we done? I don't even know that.
The numbers, like, I mean, this one will be off.
Because you started going rogue.
I started going rogue, so there's other videos out there.
Yes.
But, like, the actual, like, number, like, the last I looked, we were at 126, but obviously when this gets posted, it'll probably be 127, 128 or something.
Amazing.
I know. And we get the best comments from the best people. It's just, and everything that you guys feed us into comments, it gives us ideas and it gives us encouragement. So hopefully it's doing the same for you guys. Another listener said radical acceptance for Parkinson's, and he's like, it's not what you think. He's like, it's not giving up. It's acknowledging reality and working within its confines.
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean, I think that seems to be a lot of the theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and it's. I love that people are in tune and they're thinking along those same lines. My hope, actually, this is another New Year's resolution, or just hope for hope for the year. My hope is that we can reach more people who aren't feeling this and they need to hear this message, because there's a lot of them still out there.
There is. And it's very easy to go down that rabbit hole of depression and feeling sorry for yourself and not living your life to the fullest every day.
So, it's interesting. I asked you this earlier of dopamine versus serotonin. And I mean, the only reason I thought of it was because, so I took the Xbox away from Ben.
Benjamin got in trouble?
No, he actually didn't get in trouble. And that's what he's like, oh yeah, Mom, it's for my mental health. I'm not, da-da-da. I'm like, it is. Like, he's 15 years old. And I'm like, it brings so much stress and anxiety because it's like, you're all like hopped up and you're playing against your friends and this and that. So I was doing some research and he's like, are you going to send me another video or like a document I need to read? So I did. But it was by the psychiatrist who used to actually be a gamer, but he was talking about the dopamine and serotonin levels and like what that all does. So like the gaming gives you an increased like dopamine hit right then and there.
Yeah.
So then when you stop, it like drops off. And so obviously dopamine is something that we, like with Parkinson's, we don't produce it.
Right.
Or as much, or it dies off. And so that's where finding things that bring us that joy, like exercise or whatever, like, or dance, like can give us that boost, right?
Right.
But then he talked about serotonin, and he's like, serotonin levels is really something more long term. So that's where I started thinking about like the condensing down like a goal. So he's like, you feel accomplished. You feel like if you said right now, like, okay, in 2 months, I want to drop 10 pounds. Is that a lot? I don't know.
I don't know. I need to drop more than that.
Okay. Well, let's start slow. So if you said in 2 months, I want to drop 10 pounds, and then you do it like day by day by day. And then at the end of that 2 months, if you reach that goal, it's more than a dopamine hit. That's where you get your serotonin. And serotonin is also affected by Parkinson's.
I guess I don't know that much about the serotonin.
I know. I didn't either. And I honestly only thought.
What does ChatGPT have to say about that?
About serotonin?
Yeah.
So, let me tell you.
Did you have it up already?
Yeah, I already looked at it. So, well, this one is on. Okay, so people with Parkinson's can potentially increase serotonin levels by exposing themselves to sunlight, which we don't really have here. Engaging in regular physical activity like exercise or yoga, practicing mindfulness techniques, maintaining a healthy diet, and considering therapy to manage stress and anxiety. But that, I mean, it sounds like the same thing as dopamine, I guess.
Same thing you've been saying for, same thing you've been saying for
Yeah.
the past 10 years.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think just, keeping up with exercise, but just make small steps. So let's write down your goal for this month.
Just a month. You can't put me on the spot because I haven't had time to think. I have Parkinson, so I process things
You're better on the
slow.
spot. Johnny on the spot. Like, what would you like to say that you accomplished this month?
I would like to celebrate an Ohio State national championship game.
For you.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, like, let's say I know you might not be able
I
to
like
go to
to
the gym.
drink during.
So I know you're traveling for work.
Right.
So.
No, I just let's see here.
So I said I want to go to the gym 4 times a week this month.
Why are you so
Sleepy.
tired?
I don't know. Your eyes are starting to get
My
droopy
eyes
on me.
watery.
So I'm going to work out 4 times a week. Just this month is what I'm giving my goal
Because once the kids start in their seasons,
for. I know.
that's what you have to be able to adapt and change that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My goal this month is going to be more positive, influence. Which will bring up my dopamine levels. I'll be happier.
Are you going to make yourself like?
Yes.
Okay.
I do need to start exercising more often.
Okay. So instead of just saying more often.
So now you want me to narrow down? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's winter, so I gotta be somewhat flexible because my goal would be to walk during my lunch hour.
You walk outside,
We're gonna have to if it's winter time.
but do something that's realistic. Like what?
I know, but I mean,
Okay. Do you walk the dog?
yeah, it's just. I mean, I can, but it's just. That's. Is there my goal? Damn it.
I'm just asking.
My goal would be, to walk the dog during my lunch hour.
Okay.
3 days a week,
Okay.
starting next week.
Well, today is Friday,
Yeah.
so you could start Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I think that's good.
That's good. Melissa probably like that one too.
All right. Well, in our last 30 seconds, I'll leave you with this. Try an activity just like what Brian and I did. It took a little while to get it out of him, but break things down and give yourself specific goals, like a specific metric. And hopefully it's something you can achieve, and not only will you feel better physically and mentally, but you might have a boost of serotonin because you accomplished your goal.
Amazing.
Amazing, right?
Great.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.